Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess. How are you all? First of all, thank you so much for joining me on my channel. I know there's a lot of people coming over for my Facebook page and for my YouTube channel, so welcome to those watching that already know me and already watch my readings. So I do a daily read, a weekly read and a monthly read on YouTube. I have a Facebook page and I regularly run sort of things to encourage you all to come over and join the community. So if you're interested in doing that, that is at the Aussie Goddess as well. And I'm also on all social media, so LinkedIn, Twitter, etc., and Instagram. So I thought today we'd start off with a bit of a daily read and see what the daily energies are. I will be taking a couple of callers today, so we'll see what's going on there. I also do personal readings, so I do fairs and also face-to-face readings at home, which are still very pleasurable. I still enjoy meeting you guys face-to-face, so which is really nice. Okay, so let's have a look what's going on in the universe today for you. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles coming straight out. I love this card. This is about equal give and take. This is about what you put in, you should get back. Perhaps not in equal measures, but thereabouts anyway. Behind that today, we have the Five of Cups. So maybe some of you have walked away from a situation where you weren't getting this equal give and take. Sometimes, we invest in people who don't who don't feel that they have to give us something back, even if it's only gratitude. Definitely moving away with the Six of Swords. Lots of lessons learned here. So taking those lessons with you. Behind that, we have the Seven of Swords. So someone actually might have done something to really upset the apple cart here, because I feel you're moving away. Ooh. For some of you, it may have been a situation where perhaps you weren't the only person in the picture. Perhaps they were giving something to someone else here. So it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it could be that someone was putting somebody else in front of you and perhaps they should have been putting you first. So that can be, a family situation, friends, but something in your environment at the moment isn't giving you back what would be nice. We do have the sun coming out here. So we definitely have things turning around for you now that you've made that decision. I often talk about we're not here to sort of be trod on and given a hard time. And we have every right to say to people, no, I don't want to do that. No, it doesn't suit me. No, I don't have the time. No, I don't like you very much. I don't want to hang out with you. We have every right to do that in our lives. And I think we're taught as young children to be polite and put up with things we don't want to put up with. And that's not something you have to do. So learning that in your life, learning to be assertive, learning to be direct, or walk away from people, especially if they're taking advantage of you, which looks like it's happening for some people here. So I'd like to say for a lot of you, this is about you gaining personal strength. I do have a lot of Leo energy here, though, so you could be dealing with a Leo, or you could be a Leo yourself. This is about you understanding your personal power, understanding that you are in a position where you can, move away from the energies that don't serve you. I think that, as I said, for a lot of us, this becomes very challenging, but you're definitely taking a different direction here. For some of you, this could be it could be moving in a different direction altogether here. So you could be moving away from a work situation where maybe you've been taken advantage of. Somebody may have received a promotion over the top of you. Maybe that's why you're feeling a bit out of sorts. But definitely moving down a different way. But certainly here, look, recognizing your own value, which is absolutely beautiful. So you're really understanding today how to stand up for yourself, how to assert yourself, how not to put up with things that you shouldn't have to, and especially at work, because we do tend to sort of put up with a lot of stuff at work that we don't need to put up with, and sometimes that is difficult. So that's your day to day. So please let me know if it resonated with you. I do have an email address, all those things you can find underneath my YouTube channel, should you go and check me out there, or you can go to my webpage at www.theaussiegoddess.com. We have Gabby here in Walnut Springs, Texas, in the USA, ready to have a chat with me. So are you there, Gabby?
Yes, I am.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Hello. Just fine. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Might have to speak up just a fraction for me. What can I do for you today?
Okay.
Do you have a question for me?
Yes. My grandpa passed away like in May 3rd, 2018. And I just want to know if you can get to him or anything.
Sorry, did you say that was your grandfather?
Yes.
Your grandfather. You had a very close relationship with him from a very early age, didn't you?
Yes, since I was little, really little.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a real soft spot for you. I can feel that here. He wasn't very well towards the end. And I feel that he passed before his time, like he was still very very engaged with life, really. So I don't think he was ready to leave. Okay, so yeah, so you spend a lot of time together. Did you actually live with them, or did you live close to them? Because it feels like there was a lot of time spent together.
To him.
You live close to them, yeah. I can.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I live close to them, like 10 minutes away.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, sometimes with grandparents, there isn't a lot of contact. And I feel that there was a lot of contact with him there. He absolutely adored you here, Gabby. Okay, so I'm not quite sure. There's a really strong, and I have a feeling we did this once before. I'm seeing, and you have these beautiful red birds in the States, cardinals. So I'm seeing a cardinal. Have you seen a cardinal in the? Yeah, there's. I can see one here. So you may have seen one in the last couple of days that he sent to you.
Yes, my little brother always points to this.
Yeah, he's very strong on those. I can see them, and we don't have them here in Australia. They're such a beautiful bird. But I can see one flying around your home or actually close to your window here. So he is sending you messages. There's also perhaps maybe a door you have in your house that isn't closing properly or closing. It's stiff. And he's showing me the door. So I don't think it's your front door, though. It looks like an internal door here.
Yes, it's my bedroom door.
It's your bedroom door. Does it close really slowly, or is it sort of stiff?
Yeah, it doesn't close all the way.
Ah, rightio, because he's showing me that door at the moment. So that's your bedroom, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, beautiful. Because these are the messages he's bringing through to you, because he says you don't always feel him around you. And he's quite emotional speaking too. I can feel my voice cracking up. But he said sometimes he feels that you lose or you don't believe or you maybe lose the feeling that he's around you, and he's with you all the time. So please don't think he's not there, and always talk to him when he sends you those signs. Have you got something coming up at the moment in regards to your job, some sort of change or something to do with work?
No. My dad is actually working out of town at the moment.
Okay, because he's talking about there being some changes around the work situation here. So I'm not sure whether that is around you or whether it's around your family, but there seems to be changes around a work situation here. It sort of feels emotional to me, so I'm not quite sure why that is, but please be definitely sort of talking to him, making sure you stay in contact with him and let him know. He's guiding you every day, so he talks to you every day. Have you got a little boy?
I have a nephew that was just born, but me and him are really, really close. I'm actually raising him.
I thought he was your baby. Okay, so he's just talking about that little boy. Okay, he's giving me the name Oliver. does that mean something to you, or am I pronouncing it correctly?
What is it?
Oliver. What's the boy's name?
No. His name is Lane.
No, it's not him then. Okay, so he's talking about a little boy that's close to you here. So this is your nephew, is it?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. And how old is he? Is he only just been born?
He's actually 4. My grandpa actually got to meet him
Ah,
before he
okay,
passed.
rightio. Well, that makes sense now. So was he born? How long ago? You said your grandfather passed in 2018. There's some sort of connection
Yes.
with this little boy. I'm just trying to work out what the connection is with him. But he is definitely around you, Gabby. So please make sure you speak to him and watch for the signs he sends through.
Okay. Does he say like if he misses us or anything? Like my little brother
He
cries for
loves
him
you all.
daily.
Oh no, he's really emotional when he's speaking. Like his voice is very crackly. So I think he feels like he left the family way too soon, and he loves you. That's why he spends all his time around you.
Okay. Yeah, because my little brother, he's 7, and he loves my grandpa. Like that was his best friend, and it's like been so hard for him.
Yeah. Does he look at photos? Because I see him looking at photos here. So there's some connection with photos.
Yes, he looks at my grandpa's pictures all the time.
Yeah, yeah. So you just have to do the same with him. Make sure he knows that he can speak to him and he will speak back, but he just has to sort of keep very quiet to listen to his voice, but it will be there. Oh, who's that?
That's
All
my
right,
niece.
Gabby. All right, Gabby. Thank you so much for calling through.
Thank you. Like I really appreciate
You're
it.
very
Thank you so much.
welcome. No worries. Much love.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. Have a great day. All righty. So we have Nellie in Orlando, Florida next. Oh, beautiful stuff. So, Nellie?
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you, Nellie? Oh, you're lovely and clear. That's really good. How are you?
Yes. Okay. I'm just grieving. I had a lot on my plate. My significant other passed away 2 months ago after reuniting after 30 years of friendship. And he was like a best friend of me, and we fell in love, and we never thought we were going to become an item. And
How beautiful
basically,
is that?
yeah. And unfortunately, he passed away 2 months ago. What happened was that, one moment, okay? Okay. Hello, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yes,
He
I'm
passed
here.
away
That's
2
okay.
months ago, and he passed away 2 months ago. He was out with a friend and somebody he grew up with. He was drinking and everything, and it was crazy because he was Christian, and he never really drank any hard liquor, and it was his first time drinking. And he wasn't really in the state of mind, and the guy gave him a pill, and it took his heart. And they did an investigation and everything, but they still didn't look at it like the other guy, his friend, tried to kill him. It was more like, voluntarily that he took the pill. And it was very sad because we were very in love, and he was good to me. And my son's father, he's currently, homeless, and he's, we were in a relationship for 7 years, but he put me through, oh God, through the gutter and back. Now he's trying to fix things, and I'm not trying to fix anything with him. And it's crazy because what I find really weird now is one of my old friends from back in high school that I haven't seen over 20 years, and he likes me, and it's kind of weird. It's like deja vu. So I don't know if there's something going to go on between me and him because
Yeah.
I've known him.
I think
I've known him for a long time.
He sent someone in for you. That's okay. He knows that you're finding it difficult, so he sends someone in to give you a bit of a distraction.
Oh wow!
This is a hard time for you because I feel that you've got a lot going on in your life at the moment anyway, so the grief has been like additional to that. So I feel like you're going through a very hard time at the moment. He's talking about
very
being
much.
kind. Yeah, being kind to yourself. You tend to keep yourself very busy when you're upset rather than, taking time out for you. So you throw yourself into other things here. So be careful because you are sort of a very busy person trying to fit a lot in, and you do need the time to grieve. It's still very fresh for you. I can feel that because I feel your tears and I feel the nights are really hard for you. I think it feels to you like you've gone, this is your second time of heartbreak, like you went through this the first time and you've had to go through it all again. So it's been a very
my mother
difficult
passed
time.
away a year and a half ago, so I have a lot on my plate, and I'm a single parent, and I'm very I feel sad. I don't know if I could give this guy a chance because the guy been single for 4 years. He is very picky, but I don't know if he's going to, really like me for me. I mean, we've seen each other. Yes, we have talked, but we haven't seen each other for many years. And he's a very sweetheart. And I guess I'm kind of scared. Like I don't want to get a heartbreak from him, because he hasn't been in a relationship for 4 years. He hasn't found the right person yet. So.
Yeah,
And he has
and
two
this
girls.
is what you're being asked. I've got your family here with me, and they're saying to you, don't rush anything. Take your time. Be gentle with yourself. You don't have to go fast at this. Make sure that you're taking the time out to do the grieving. Don't jump into something new before you're ready. Because they know they can feel that you're lonely and they can feel that you're still doing the grieving. So just take it slowly, move slowly. I do think this person's been brought to you to keep you distracted, but it also means you don't have to rush. You need to do the healing you need to do.
Okay. And do you think this person is going to love me for me, or do you think we're just going to end up just staying friends?
I definitely think there's a chance of having a long-term relationship with this person, but I think that at the moment, because you're so raw, just going slowly at it is best for you. Don't rush it, and don't rush him either, because it takes a little time when you've got lost someone to get to a point where you're ready for another relationship. So if you want something long-lasting and you do want to be with this person, go slow. Take your time, enjoy life. Don't feel like it's rushing past you and that you have to sort of make everything happen in a hurry. So just pace yourself, okay, Nellie, and don't overburden yourself so much. I feel like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders at the moment. So,
like right now I don't even know if I'm going to lose my job because I was supposed to go to work today. And I didn't have the full money for the daycare, and I was told that I'm only late on the late fee. They didn't want to work with me, and then my boss says, well, you got to get here by tomorrow because if not, you're going to lose your job. So I don't know if you see I'm losing. My dad is a military vet, and he's not going to stay with my son because he's, old and grumpy, and he's already raised us all. So I really don't have anybody to trust or to take care of my son. So I don't know if I'm going to lose my job within 24 hours. I don't know if I should start looking for a new job or what do you see? Because my job is very, they have not been workable with me because my son has medical conditions. I had a lot of medical doctors to go to, but I'm always giving my 100%.
You are way overloaded, here. So just look, I think the best thing you can do with your work situation is be open with the communication. But the main thing is you need to take the time out at the moment. Don't rush at anything and don't feel that pressure to get things done. Take time out, do some meditation, have some nice hot baths, and give yourself time to breathe. Make sure you're breathing properly and you're, finding that time for yourself, and the answers will come to you. You have got a lot of family support. People who've passed over, you've got a lot of energy around them with you at the moment. So you're not doing this alone. They're helping you to go through things, but make sure that you are always very open with your communication, that make sure you tell the people at work what's happening, and if you've got the time to take off work, then take it off at the moment while you really need it. Otherwise, you're going to burn yourself out, honey. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yeah. And I just wanted to ask one more question. I
Sure.
feel that my significant other crossed over. I had a visitation dream about 2 months ago. Like I sit over at his house with his mom, and I slept in his room, and his dream the dream was so vivid. And he's like, "Oh, I'm not gone." He was upset, and I have his ashes here at home, but I I feel like he crossed over because I don't get any dreams anymore. I don't know if you see him that he's with me. I
No,
don't
no,
feel him
no. He's
anymore like I
still
used to.
around you. He's still around you. He hasn't gone anywhere. He's still very much around you. I can see him stroking your hair as you're talking. So I don't know if he liked to do that
Oh,
when he was here, but I can see him sort of rubbing your head and being very gentle with you. But I think he's worried about you too. But no, he's still
yes,
around you. Sometimes when your mind is busy and you've got so much on your plate, it's very difficult to tune in and make sure that you're still getting the messages through. So, sometimes when you're sitting quietly in the evening, take some nice deep breaths because you'll feel him stroking your hair.
oh wow. I never,
Mm,
and that's amazing how you say that. Because he used to rub my hair when we used to just
mm.
have our pet talk in the evening.
I can see
Wow,
him
that's
doing that
amazing.
to you. So in the evenings when it's quiet, just take those few minutes, a few deep breaths, and just sit back and feel him because his energy is really, really strong. You still have a very strong connection with him. He's not going anywhere at the
Hmm.
moment. He wouldn't leave you while you need his energy around you.
Yeah, because I always told him that I loved him, but he never told me he loved me. He was like, "Oh, I know you do, baby," but his actions, he was always there for me, and
Yeah,
I wanted to marry him, but he never actually told me. You know, he wanted to
but
live
he
with me and be
does.
half friends.
Yeah. And he
Huh?
was an actor, like that Five Languages of Love. If you look up that, he was a person that actually showed you rather than telling you. So I
Yes,
see him doing like lots of things for you to let you know that he loved you. He just wasn't very good with his words.
yes, that's true. He was an Aries, and
Mm.
it's just amazing because right before he died, we had plans to get an apartment, but it never happened. And I just don't understand, why the Lord brought somebody to my life, and then he was a good man. Just all of a sudden,
He was a
it
good
happened so
man.
sudden.
And I
Yeah.
love that he was very, he either used his hands a lot or he was very explicit when he was talking, like very animated. So he's being very animated here as well. But he is with
Oh
you,
yes, he
Nellie.
was an
Please make
electrician.
sure. Yeah, very much hands on. Um, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, make sure you're nice and quiet in the evening and just close your eyes, take a few really nice deep breaths, and you'll feel him stroking your hair.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're very
that.
welcome, Nellie. And don't be so hard on yourself.
I
Ease up
know
a
that's the
little.
problem.
Time for
Yeah.
Nellie. All right. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you, honey. God bless. Thank you.
And
Bye
you
bye.
too. Bye bye. Well, that was a beautiful reading. I got all warm and fuzzy from that reading, which was really nice. Um, I just want to give you a reminder that if you want to make contact with me, you can do that through my Facebook page at the Aussie Goddess. If you want to listen to my daily, weekly, monthly readings, please look me up on YouTube at the Aussie Goddess. As I said to you, all my contact details are on my web page at www.theaussiegoddess.com. And if you have any suggestions for something for me to talk about while I'm on the show, I'm more than happy to talk with you about some of those things. I do have a Facebook Live this Sunday from 9 a.m. Australian time, and I try to draw cards for people who are coming in to watch me. So I generally go for about an hour and a half. I'd go longer. By that time, it's a lot. So but you can join me up on the Aussie Goddess on Facebook. And as I said, if you're interested in the readings, I do readings for the star signs weekly and monthly, and I do a daily read, a What's Cracking read every day, and a bit of a bonus read because sometimes I do the daily read and it doesn't always resonate with people. So I started doing a second reading to see if I could catch the people that weren't tuning into the first reading, but Spirit has other ideas sometimes, and the readings will both come out the same, which blows me out, even though I use a different deck. So I do mediumship readings as well. I do speak to people who've passed over. So if it's a mediumship reading you're after, I do those as well. So for people in the Sydney area, I do them obviously face to face where I can. At the beginning of my show, if you're in Australia, I sort of talk about where I'm going to be at fairs over the next month. So if you're interested in catching up with me at a fair, I do work full time, so as well. So I do work for the government, and I can't tell you. I love the job I do. I work in disabilities, so I'm a light worker as well. So busy life here, along with a great big family. So please remember to love every time like it's your first time. Be kind to yourself, people. You only get the chance to do this once. Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't get things right. We're allowed to go through life and bumble, make mistakes, and find our way. So love yourself the best way you can. Remember, self-love is so important, to give yourself time out, have those baths, go for a walk, whatever it is for you, and spend your time with family if that's your thing. Not everybody has, a fabulous family, so sometimes they can be a little bit challenging too, and that's okay too. Sometimes we just have to sort of bungle our way through life and just make those decisions about, not putting up with things that we don't have to put up with. So anyway, so I'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. If you're a Batman fan, a Big Bang Theory fan. And I'll see you next week at the same time. Much love. Mwah.